Dating apps look simple. You open the app. You see a profile. You swipe. You match. You message. And maybe, if everything goes well, you meet someone. That is the product users think they are using. But behind the swipe is a much more complex business model. Dating apps are not only trying to create matches. They are trying to create engagement. They need users to return. They need profiles to feel interesting. They need likes to feel valuable. They need matches to feel possible. And they need enough friction to make premium features attractive. That is the hidden tension. If the app works too badly, people leave. But if it works perfectly, people may also leave. Because the best outcome for the user can mean the end of their usage. This is why dating apps are such a fascinating business. They sell the possibility of connection, but they make money from the journey before the connection happens. This is why dating apps keep you swiping. The user goal is simple. Find someone, a date, a relationship, a real connection, or at least a conversation that feels promising. But the business goal is more complicated. The app needs people to stay active long enough to create matches, conversations, and monetization opportunities. It needs enough users on both sides of the marketplace. It needs engagement. It needs repeat usage. It needs people to believe the next swipe could be the one that changes everything. That creates a strange tension. The user wants to leave the app with a successful outcome. The business needs enough users to keep returning to the app. This does not mean the app wants failure. A dating app with no success stories would lose trust. But it does mean the product has to balance two different forces. Help people connect, but also keep the experience engaging enough that users keep coming back. The swipe is one of the most powerful interaction loops in consumer apps. It is fast. It is simple. It requires almost no effort. And it creates instant feedback. One profile appears. You make a decision. Then another profile appears. And another. And another. That matters because the swipe turns dating into a repeatable action. The user does not need to write a long message first. They do not need to commit. They do not need to think deeply. They just need to make one small decision. Yes or no. Like or pass. Interested or not. This is what makes the loop so powerful. Each swipe is small, but the sequence can become endless. The app does not need to convince the user to spend an hour. It only needs to convince them to look at one more profile. Dating apps are built around possibility. The next profile could be better. The next swipe could become a match. The next match could become a conversation. The next conversation could become a date. That possibility is what keeps the user moving. It is not guaranteed, but it is always close enough to feel worth trying. This is important because dating apps do not need every swipe to succeed. They need the user to believe that the next one might. The product creates a loop of anticipation. Maybe the next profile is more compatible. Maybe the next like is from someone interesting. Maybe the next message finally works. This is why the experience can feel hard to stop. The app is not only showing profiles. It is selling the feeling that the next opportunity is just one swipe away. Most dating apps begin with free access. That is important. If users had to pay before seeing anyone, many would never start. So the free version removes the first barrier. You can create a profile, see people nearby, swipe, send likes, sometimes match, sometimes message. But the free version usually has limits. Limited likes, limited visibility, limited information, limited filters, limited control over who sees you, limited access to who already liked you. That is where the business model becomes clear. The free version creates engagement. The limits create frustration. And premium features promise to reduce that frustration. The user is not paying for the idea of dating. They are paying for more control over the dating experience. More visibility, more likes, more filters, more chances, more information. That is the freemium engine. In a dating app, a like is not just a button. It is a signal. It tells the system that one person is interested in another. That signal has value. The app can use likes to rank profiles, recommend potential matches, create notifications, trigger curiosity, and build premium features around visibility. This is why likes are so important. A like is both a user action and a monetization opportunity. If someone receives a like but cannot see who liked them, curiosity increases. If someone wants more likes, visibility becomes valuable. If someone wants better matches, filters become valuable. If someone wants faster results, boosts become valuable. The app turns basic social signals into paid advantages. That does not mean every user pays. Most do not need to. But the users who feel enough curiosity, frustration, or urgency may decide to upgrade. The like becomes the beginning of the revenue path. Visibility is one of the most valuable things a dating app can sell. Because the marketplace is crowded, many users are competing for attention. A good profile is not enough if nobody sees it. That is why boosts are powerful. A boost promises to show a profile to more people for a limited time. The idea is simple. More visibility can mean more chances. More chances can mean more likes. More likes can mean more matches. And more matches can make the app feel more successful. For the user, this feels like a shortcut. For the business, it is a perfect a la carte feature. It is temporary. It is easy to understand. It is tied to a desired outcome. And it can be sold again and again. The product does not only sell access. It sells attention inside the marketplace. Subscriptions add another layer to the model. The free user can participate, but the paying user gets more control. They may get more likes, more filters, more visibility, the ability to see who liked them, the ability to rewind, the ability to use the app in different locations, or extra ways to stand out. The exact features change from app to app, but the logic is similar. Premium turns uncertainty into control. Dating is uncertain by nature. You do not know who will like you. You do not know who will reply. You do not know whether a match will become anything real. So the app offers tools that make the process feel more manageable. This is why subscriptions can work. They do not guarantee love. They sell a better position inside the dating marketplace. More options, more information, more perceived control. A dating app is also an attention marketplace. Every profile competes for attention. Every photo, every bio, every prompt, every opening message, every notification. The app has to decide what users see, when they see it, and how often they return. That makes the ranking system extremely important. If the app shows bad recommendations, users lose trust. If it shows only perfect options immediately, the session may end quickly. If it shows enough possibility, the user keeps exploring. This is the balance. The product must feel promising, but it must also remain engaging. The app is not just matching people. It is managing attention. It is deciding how to organize desire, curiosity, and opportunity into a feed that people keep checking. That is why dating apps behave less like simple directories and more like social platforms built around romantic possibility. Every swipe gives the app data. Who you like, who you ignore, who likes you back, who starts conversations, who replies, who disappears, which profiles perform better, which prompts get attention, which photos create more matches, which users convert to paid features. This data matters. It helps the app improve recommendations. It helps rank profiles. It helps identify active users. It helps test product changes. And it helps decide where premium features create the most value. More users create more data. More data can improve matching. Better matching can increase engagement. More engagement creates more opportunities to monetize. That is the data loop. The more people use the app, the more the app learns about attraction, behavior, and conversion. And in a marketplace built on attention, that learning becomes a major advantage. Many companies can copy the surface of a dating app. They can build profiles. They can add swiping. They can add likes. They can add subscriptions. They can add boosts. They can add filters. But copying features is not the same as copying the marketplace. A dating app needs enough users, enough activity, enough trust, enough safety, enough successful matches, enough profiles to make swiping feel worthwhile, enough data to improve recommendations, and enough premium value to turn engagement into revenue. That is hard, because a dating app is not just software. It is a two-sided marketplace. If there are not enough people, the app feels empty. If the quality is too low, people leave. If the product feels unfair, people lose trust. If engagement disappears, monetization disappears. The real advantage is not the swipe. It is the network, the data, and the trust behind the swipe. The lesson from dating apps is simple. The visible product is romance, but the hidden business model is attention. The app has to create hope, reduce friction, show possibility, create curiosity, build a marketplace, offer paid advantages, and keep users engaged long enough for the system to work. That is what makes dating apps so powerful and so controversial. They operate in one of the most emotional markets in the world. Connection. A good dating app can help people meet. But as a business, it also has to monetize the search before the outcome happens. That is the tension. Users want the right person. The business earns from the process of looking. Dating apps are not just matchmaking tools. They are attention systems built around the possibility of connection. Subscribe for more breakdowns of the hidden business models behind modern companies, apps, and internet trends.